going to be starting here in a minute. We're just letting the YouTube algorithms notifications pop. But howdy to everyone out there in the chat realm. Let's scroll up and see who was first. That's always fun. Turn my volume up. I'm not at announcement level yet. We can have a little bit more volume. 45 Auto, first in my chat today, followed by Andy. Andy's always first in my book. What is going on? And then we have the other Andy, AA0AM. Howdy. Amateur Radio on the air. Welcome, welcome. Let's get the tankers going. Amateur Radio. I hope everyone's having a wonderful Veterans Day. We'll talk about my day. Sam! Welcome, Sam. Here in a minute. Sam. Let's get these last couple out. Oh, chat's picking up. Check complete. Let's drop the volume. And here we go. You can help support the channel by Patreon or YouTube memberships. Links in the description below. And a thank you to all my supporters. Go forth and conquer. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Frank KG5HJ. I'm watching that bar. I'm trying not to blow you out too much. And happy Veterans Day to all the everyone in the military service and all our veterans. Thank you for what you do for this country. Thank you for keeping me safe, and just thank you all around. I'm hoping y'all had a wonderful Veterans Day and Veterans Day weekend. I had a fun day and a fun weekend. We'll talk about it here in a minute. But let's go ahead and do the quick rundown. Support me on Patreon. Patreon is where you go to best support me, and all my tiers are on Patreon. We have the first tier is access to our encrypted Discord. It's not encrypted. It's the hidden Discord channel, but I like to call it encrypted. Doesn't that just sound cooler? And the second tier is where you get your name in the credits that we just rolled. And the third and final tier is my Tank Commander's level, and that's where you come on with me once a month, and we might move that up to, because of, Thanksgiving's coming up. Same levels do apply for YouTube. The YouTube has also the membership, so the membership is enabled for my channel, and go ahead and give me a membership if you think I deserve it. We also have the super chats going on, and buy me a beer. Other ways to support the channel. I got the coins still on sale. I got a special coin number coming up. If you watch my Twitter account, you know what's going on. We'll bring that up also. And Gigaparts has a special link you'll find in the description for 5% off. You gotta use discount code Tank Radio, or just Tank, at checkout, and you will get a special 5% off, and 5% will go to me to help support the channel. So thank you all, thank you all, thank you. I think that's about it. Oh, the last thing is my audio podcast. There was not one this week. I'm sorry, I didn't have anything to drop. But this episode, or this stream, is going to be dropping this week, and my Tank Commanders audio will also be released a month behind. If there's just one or two people in the Tank Commander chat, I usually don't record that, but if we have a good group and a good discussion, that will be released. Talking about good groups, good discussions, and good guys all around, I am going to bring on my co-host. What is going on? After I unmute my desktop speakers, boom! Hey, I'm getting the hang of this. Scott! What is up, Scott?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Doing good, man. Thank you for coming on. Ton-
Absolutely.
Tonight is a night where I couldn't get anyone to come on and guest and give us a presentation. I wanted to.
All right.
I been busy. I got sick for a week. I'm better now. If you noticed last week when I was on Jason's podcast, I wasn't drinking because of medication.
Mm.
But I'm all better now. I got whiskey I can drink. We're gonna be opening that up. Well, unsealing it, reseal. I don't know. I'll just be drinking later.
There you go.
So, man, what's going on with you? How have you been?
Just been busy, man. I've been opening up all kinds of new channels of revenue for myself. I got the Ham Raiders Non Techies channel, got the cooking channel now, and of course, as you know, I do web design, graphics, and all that kind of stuff. But I've also started doing my woodwork again and getting back into that, and just trying to get my shop organized. It was an absolute train wreck. So I'll try to get that all taken care of. And I'm learning new stuff in the drums. I just found out that I can play a certain song now after weeks of trying. So I'm very happy about that. And big
Oh,
milestone for me. It's a really difficult song.
what song? And
It's
can
called The Watcher by Arch Enemy.
ooh
Look it up.
ooh.
It will freak you out. It's really, really, really fast. Took me a while to get the bass drum down because it's got to be 240 beats a minute or something.
I'm looking forward to your video post of you doing it.
Yeah. That'll be coming sometime soon.
Well, talking about super chat here, Matt, Ham Radio Ventures Matt, dropping the first super chat of the night. Thank you for some beer and some magical 9 millimeter
Speaking of beer,
stuff. Ooh, what you got
if
there?
you have not tried this, Yingling, I don't know how you pronounce it.
Yingling.
Yingling Hershey's chocolate porter. Ridiculous.
When did that come out?
Month and a half, 2 months ago, I guess. About $12 a 6-pack, but it's absolutely fantastic, and it makes a great after dinner drink. Actually, makes a good breakfast.
I gotta join you now. So here's the first cup of the night, and the only number of cup I will acknowledge because other people not realize how much I drink on stream. This is the Four Roses small batch.
It's good
Very
stuff.
good whiskey, and I haven't gotten down to the liquor store yet, but of course we are in Texas. What is going on? Ham Radio 2.0 Jason, KC5HWB. We're going to be following him, or he's going to be following us tonight. So when we're done, head over there. Of course, Texas, when I remember to go and get more whiskey, it is a Sunday. Just like Chick-fil-A, the liquor stores are closed.
Yep. That's why you got to stock up on Friday.
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. I got the rest of this, and it's good stuff. It's good stuff.
But yeah, as far as ham radio stuff goes, we're coming up on the holidays again, and a lot of manufacturers and a lot of these stores out there be running all kinds of sales and stuff. So if you're waiting to get that dream radio, you're approaching that time now where these things just start going on sale, and you can get a really good deal on them, and it's a good time to jump on that and maybe start saving up. And or if you have been saving up, start shopping around, find the best deal.
That's a good kind of segue. Next stream, I got Giga Jason, I call him. Giga Jason. Giga Parts Jason coming on, and we're going to be talking and shopping for Ham Radio Shack gear. So that's going to be a fun episode where we get to spend my money. Yay.
You spend money? When has that ever happened?
Well, as all y'all know, if you're new to the channel, let me enlighten you. This project is a year behind. I have a awesome box of cables that was gloriously sent to me by Messi and Poloni for my ham shack. As soon as I got them, my dryer broke and I need to
Mm.
replace the washer and dryer. Actually, no, as soon as I got them, the dishwasher broke. The dishwasher broke and I had to replace that. Replace that, and I got that paid off, and I'm building up momentum. I'm talking about it on the stream, and the dryer stops drying.
How
So
handy are you?
I'm very handy with a phone and say, Mr. Guy, this broke. Can you come over and look at it?
No, come on. Come on. Now, I picked up Handyman's Guide to All Home Repair or something a couple years ago, and we had a problem with our dryer. And most dryers are pretty much the same, except you get the super computerized ones. But
Hmm.
a lot of the parts are very general. And usually, if your dryer or something like that breaks down, it's probably a 15, maybe $100 part, as opposed to paying 800 or $900 for a whole new dryer and have to deal with the.
I tried the cheap guy, and I had a appliance guy come by and look at it, and pretty much wrote me for money.
No.
And it did not work. And then
Yeah,
he ducked us and ran the warranty out where he just ducked me, and I tried to get it for the credit card company, and he knew what he was doing and he got my money.
that's rotten, man. I don't care
So,
for people that do that kind of stuff. There's a special place in hell for them.
yep. I'm not going to say who it was or anything. It's just it happened. Every now and then you get had. Take your licks, move on. Don't fret on it because you know what? In the end, it's just money. You can't take it with you. It's a stumbling block.
And you
But
can always make more.
it stumbled the ham shack build, and I'm sorry for that.
Mm.
Um so I am getting momentum again. Yes, I paid off AC unit number 1, which is the first reason that kind of stalled the project, but I'm getting over that now, and AC unit number 2 needs to be replaced. It's happening Wednesday. But
Wow.
I'm so over this. I'm so over this putting this project off. I'm saying screw it. I'm paying for the AC unit right out of my rainy day fund because that's what it's for. And I'm gonna get back to my life and enjoying things, and that means Ham Shack builds coming up. It's
Awesome.
gonna be
That'd
coming
be that'd
up.
be a great that'd be a great show, man.
Yeah, so the first step is to get all the equipment and items. I've been getting a list in my head, and who best to walk us through the untold vastness of Gigaparts? Giga Jason. So I got
Giga
Giga Jason coming on. I hope he likes that name. Um,
It's your
so
show. He kind of has to, right?
yeah. So he's going to be coming on next week. So I'm really looking forward to that show, putting a cart together of everything I need, and can't wait to get parts in and start building. Plus, it's the right time of year to do it. It's not freaking hot in my attic.
Yeah. That's yeah. Since
Oof.
the temperature dropped on Thursday or Friday,
Mhm.
man, it's been so pleasant to be outside and doing stuff.
I agree. I
I actually
agree.
got my Harley fixed yesterday
Mhm.
and took it out, went around for a couple of hours just riding and just had a great time on it. It was just gorgeous. I couldn't not take it out.
Matt is asking what radio I'm looking at. To be honest, a Yaesu DX10 is on my
Really?
radar over at IC 700 because they rose the price on the IC 700. Um, Uber Geek, thank you for the super chat. To get down or not to get down, that is the question. So Uber Geek just got down. Thank you, Cyboom. You are amazing and help. Thank you for supporting the channel. Tonight's theme and topic is ask me anything, and we'll see how big of a fire this turns into. Um, so I'm going to be looking for questions from the chat, and I'm just going to be talking about stuff going on in the channel. And I'm sorry I didn't have a topic for y'all, but hey, we're getting past this. The number of people I did hit up to come on said we can't do it today, but I'm getting them on the calendar, so that means great topics coming down later. Sam, Tank Radio, Ham Harder. So with that said, and let some of the questions trickle in, I hinted at this before. Where is the transition? There it is. I dropped my latest coin order in the mail and I looked at my numbers and I'm around 67. So I'm getting close to a magical number. So get the coin orders in if you want to try to get that magic number 69. I don't know why it's magic, but it is. And we're getting close. So the Grapevine Amateur Radio has the coins to go order. 20 bucks of awesomeness. Look at these coins. There, if you get both coins with Jason's sticker pack, there's something amazing that happens when you put them side by side. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but you will laugh.
You know, number 73 would probably be pretty killer to have.
73. I meant you said that as I was going to go take a drink. And I know you mentioned that and I wrote it down. So 73. So why 73?
Well, whenever you end a conversation with a ham, you're like, hey, 73.
Ooh. Should I should I try to like give that one away?
I would run a
Dude.
contest for it because that's kind of a cool number to have.
Oh, I like that. That is going down. I don't have my idea book, but yes. Let's do that. Let's should I save that for Christmas or should I put that
However you want to play it, man. But I think
mm,
73 would be an awesome coin number to have.
that is right. So here is the first question of the night from Del Fergus. Fergus? I'm sorry, I'm terrible at names. You're going to realize that really fast. And why is it not popping up on screen now? Um,
Did you break it?
I broke it. There it is. There it is. Slow pitch. What was your first real radio? Um, why did it leave so fast? There it is. I'm not clicking anything. My first real radio. Is that like a mobile radio? Not an HT? Because for a while when I first got into amateur radio, I think I did a video on this. I was using a Baofeng radio with a mag mount. Great setup for the first ham radio, getting into the hobby and just to see if you enjoy it because it's a low barrier entry. Past that, my first radio mobile for UHF VHF was a TYT 9800 quad band. I don't think they make those anymore. It was UHF VHF 6 meters and 10 meters. The drawback though, it was only AM FM. So
Hmm.
you couldn't do any sideband on the 6 or 10. But 10 was close enough, and they didn't stop you from getting on 11 meters on that radio on the older ones. So if you tune it to AM and knew what frequencies, I wonder if there's some magic search engine that could tell you what the frequencies are. You could get on CB. Not saying I did that. I listened to CB, but that was my first radios. If we're talking HF, then G90. G90 is pretty cool. Plasma. What is the hypotenuse of a right triangle? I think 90 degrees, right? 90 degrees, the right triangle, or I'm not doing math anymore. I
Yeah.
started drinking.
No maths allowed.
But I know the angle is 90 and then 60, 60, and then you do the Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. That will tell you it. I gave you the formula to find the answer for yourself. I'm helping you fish for knowledge. Um, do you here's Don. Do you know this Ham Radio 2.0 channel does some good reviews on mobile radios? Yes, once he get his truck working and able to use radios again, that will be a great review channel. Um, all kidding aside, I think he finally does have the radios working, and there'll probably be more videos coming up on it. Like, he has an awesome setup. He's building a cool setup in his truck because he have 4 radios going at once, and he has the what is those haptic? Not haptic. The mounting devices that you could do for trucks. He has that all mounted on. He custom did a metal pipe poles that all this stuff mounts to, and he has like 3 or 4 faces all up there. It's fun riding his truck if you get over it shaking a bit. What gauge for wire for 100 watts homebrew? Um, I know a little bit on this. Larger the better. I don't know the specific gauge, but I would stay away from solid wires because solid wires have a tendency to stretch over time, and then you lose your residency or
Oh,
re
is he talking about gauge for your wire that's hanging out in the trees? Talk about what you wind the toroid with.
I think for the trees, to put it out in the trees.
That wouldn't affect whether you're using 100 watts or not.
Well,
I mean, I guess it could a little bit, but
yeah,
not by much.
you get too hot, and it'll start to bend and melt, and bad things happen. Or
I
too.
mean, I use 26 gauge soda beams for most of my antennas, and they're running 100 watts.
Hmm.
But
I.
if you're talking about building a toroid,
Mhm.
I would first off go big or go home. I use 240 43, either 14 gauge or 16 gauge magnet wire, and I never have a problem.
Mhm.
Not just from copycat and some of the big guys out there that have the 500-watt systems and stuff like that.
I just went 17 gauge on mine because I was trying to get ready for 1,000 watts. Jason asks, "What is the flight velocity of an African laden swallow?" Um, I don't remember, but I'm sure there is a killer rabbit that can tell you. Oh, this just jumped. Oh, who did that? Don, thank you. I'm getting big enough to get spam bops again. I'm so happy. Thank you, Don.
Always a good thing.
Yeah. Um, from
Oh, FEP Lab says 240 toroid and 22 to 26 gauge wire is fine.
where's that? Where's that?
He's
So I
in
can.
he's in the chat there. FEP Labs.
Mm-hmm. I want to highlight it. When that all that nuking happened, I bounced to the bottom.
Mm.
I can't find it. What he said.
Yeah. What he's
Rewind 20 seconds. You'll find the answer. Plasma 68's better? Sure it is. I want to find another question. Tank, what kind of ham are you that you forgot about 63 or 73? You're completely right, Plasma. I blanked on that, and I'm sorry. I am sorry. Other Andy got coined 62. Rock on. That was recent. That was recent because I'm in the middle of the 60s. Jason has about 10 coins for multi orders, and I've been sending the rest out at home. If you were, what number were you thinking? Skipping that. I bet you that other Andy. I bet your noise floor is lower without those appliances. Jab. I replaced them all, so it's probably higher. Because my washer and dryer now have Wi-Fi. Why do they have Wi-Fi? There is no need for Wi-Fi. The guy
So
at
you can
this
watch so you can watch soaps while you're doing your laundry.
the guy at the store was like, well, there's Wi-Fi, so you can start it on the way home from the car. I'm like, it should have already been running if I left the house. It should
In that
already
case, why
been
not have
running.
like a delay timer and have it start at like 4 o'clock while you're coming home and it's ready by the time you get home?
There is. Oh, I finally found it. There it is. FPE Labs, 240 toroid. It gets a 22 to 26 gauge wire. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And another answer, 12 gauge to 18 gauge. It's a standard for 100 watts. I still prefer a not the solid, but the round, the threaded, what's the technical term I'm looking for? Where the multiple wires are wrapped together, not the solid core. You are enjoying me watching me struggle here, trying to find that word.
Oh,
Question.
yeah.
What
Yes.
brands are you going to put on your XD Commander? That's a good question, Don. What bands I'm gonna put on that XD Commander? I quite don't know yet. I know it's gonna be 2040, but I think that's just the same wire. It's just resonant at both.
No.
No? So there's 2 wires.
40 and 15 are resident. 20, I have mine, mine's 10, 12, 20, 17, and then 40 is 15. And that's what I've got on mine. And you
Mhm.
can add 12, you do the K to MRD mod.
See, that's a good one. 12 and 17. You can do the K. Doesn't he just have the wire that just
He
yeah.
just added an extra wire into one
Yeah.
of the extra things on the DX Commander and drilled a hole in a little plate and done deal. 12 meters is ready to go.
Yeah.
But I become a real big fan of 17 meters back about a year ago and started doing POTA.
Mhm.
And because it's not used as much as 20 meters. And when it's open, you get, I get pileups just like you get on 20 meters.
Mhm.
And I like it so much when I actually bought a bandpass filter just for 17 meters, just so I can go out there and have fun with it in case I was out with other hams.
I want to get on 17. So I got you in the pipe, Jeff. You're coming up next. On the antenna Jason, there's so many Jasons. I nicknamed them all. Antenna Jason, the antenna that we built from him, the KM4ACK.
Yeah.
His antenna. I am going to do the mic mod so I can have 17 on there, along with the 20 meters on it. So
Yeah.
that's going to be pretty good.
I'm
I
actually,
Go for it.
oh, go ahead. No, so I'm currently in the middle of that build with the Pac 10 NFIT halfwave mini.
Hmm.
Uh, I started working on it, and whether or something else happened, I kind of stopped doing it. I gotta get back out. Oh, I know what it was. I was trying to find the ferrules because when he did the video, the ferrule number he suggests I bought those. They came in a couple days later, and they're the wrong size. I went back like, dude, those are the wrong size. So I went and found the right ones, and I gave him the number, and he went back and corrected it on his video. So that's what delayed me. But now they got the right ones and a little crimper. It's
Hmm.
bad. It's awesome.
So Jeff's question here is, but does that Jason Ham Radio 2.0 guy do reviews on the XD Commander antenna? No, he hasn't yet. I know he's played with Mike's KAMRD's antenna several times, but I don't think he's done an actual official review on it.
You have to build it first to do a review on it.
You said the thing that we were all thinking about. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Moving on. Um, Don says I need to do the coffee and ham radios antenna. I do.
Yeah, I want
I
one of those bad.
do. I am on the list of getting one. So as soon as they tell me where to give them money, it's gonna happen.
I think it's coffeeandhamradios.com, isn't it?
I think they were out last several times.
Hmm.
Temporary offline. Woo! Tank
Well,
radio dance.
there's a man that can tell you.
Yeah. Drop a link to the coffee and ham radio antenna. I need to get one. Here's a question about why do people choose a random wire over a tuned wire antenna? Is it because they have a tuner or is it beneficial? What's the benefits? Far as I know, the random wire is like a beverage antenna, or you can do a long random wire as a beverage antenna, and it's not. But for the transmitting on it, it's not truly random. You do need a tuner because it's kind of compromised antenna for is all. There we go. Thank you, temporary offline. It's a compromised antenna, kind of at the point where you can do multi bands on it, and that's the really the point or the benefit. You can do multi bands on that wire, and you really need a tuner to get it right on the band that you're working on. What I'm thinking of a beverage antenna. What is about 1,000 foot antenna that you just throw out there. You don't transmit on it, and it just pretty much gets everything. And I want to do that. I have a perfect place to stealth that a little bit and put in my backyard. Soon as I get the shack stuff going, that is on my list to do. Um, Ham radio, there it is. Thank you, Scott, for putting it in there. I know. Steve, temporary offline, put it in there too. I think I am about current. So you said you had something to talk about real fast.
Yeah, actually, I do. Kind of related to Black Friday stuff. And if you'll let me, I want to share my
Yes,
screen.
yes.
So, Micro Center, a lot of you guys went out and bought, or maybe thought about getting that Evolve 3 laptop. Well, there's a new deal out. It costs $40 more, but I think it might be a better quality. And Asus just put out an 11.6 laptop, or 11.6-inch laptop, 4 gigs of DDR RAM, 64 gigs of eMMC storage, Windows Pro, Windows 10 Pro,
Mm,
$99. And then
nice.
my local store has 25 of them in stock. So it might be worth grabbing. It's the same resolution, 1368 by or 1360 by 768.
The
Um,
thing what made the Evol 3 so beautiful was the 12 volts adapter.
yeah, I don't know what. Let's see
And
if
that's
that's
that's what hooked I think a lot of us in the ham radio community was the input to it was 12 volts. This is a great alternative with better hardware.
this is a 45-watt USB-C power adapter and 3-cell lithium. I
Oh,
don't know what.
hold on. I'm not getting the share screen right. I apologize, y'all.
Ah,
You said the magic words, but I didn't do it. We are now
oh,
transitioned.
there we go.
There we go. I am so sorry.
It's all right. So yeah, if you heard what I said, Asus laptop, 99.99. I don't know if it has the 12 volt. I mean, it's probably a good chance it doesn't,
Hmm.
which I know that was a big seller for a lot of people. Power supply says 45-watt USB-C power adapter and 3-cell lithium ion.
So I bet
It
it's
might.
just a standard USB-C power,
Okay.
which you can get through if you're lucky enough to have a Buddy Power MIDI 2 has a USB, and I think it might be a standard
Hmm.
USB port on it.
Well, I might have to do a little bit more deep dive onto this laptop and see if it'll what kind of power it'll handle. If it'll do 12 volts. If we have an equivalent to the Evolve 3 and it's actually in stock and available, this might be a good solution. So
Hmm.
just a thought. If you missed out on the Evolve thing, and this is what, $300 marked down to $99 for Black Friday,
Yeah,
it
that's
might be worth
beautiful.
grabbing.
That's
Yeah,
beautiful. I'm
that's
going
all
to
I had.
say it here. Ooh,
Oh,
that's cool.
I probably should have warned you I was doing
Yeah. My Evolve 3 tanked last week. Well, a
really.
couple weeks ago. I'm not quite ready to talk about it yet,
Hmm.
but I'm in the process of trying to work with the company, get to support out of them before I completely, torpedo them, or I'm not torpedo them, but say I can't get much help out of them. Don says a 19-volt power supply is likely.
That may be the case. Like I said, I'll pop over one because the Micro Center here is
Hmm.
like 8 miles from my house, so I can just drop over there and kind of take a look.
If
And
if you can find another Evolve, I need one.
I
Um, I I
don't think they
um
have them in stock.
I
I think
can't
they're out
find
of
it.
stock right now.
Yeah, yeah, I think they're out of stock too. Um, I yeah, mine's not working. It all signs point to a hardware problem. And that's why I'm not trying to troubleshoot it online. It's pretty early in the boot cycle and the Windows load process.
Hmm.
I'm hopefully we can get it fixed, and if I do, I'll make a video. If I don't, I'll make a video so you will know. I'm just I'm giving the news out. I don't want to deceive anyone. I'm having issues, and I'm telling you what it is. If you have any questions, go ahead and throw them up there. If I didn't answer your question, I'm sorry, I didn't see it. Go ahead and put question or put a question mark. I should have a filter that pops them up um, on my chat.
Didn't Jason just say he has 2 extra
Jason has 2
evolves?
extra evolves. I think he was trying to give them away.
Wow, you can't even give them away?
No, he was doing them for giveaways.
Oh, okay. Maybe he
Uh,
was trying to give them away and nobody would take them.
no, no. The ham radio community is still clamoring for him. They were great radios just because, or great radios, great computers because of that 12-volt adapter you plug in. I did do the mod on the cable, putting power poles in the middle. So I have power poles from the power plug to the middle of
Hmm.
the plug, and then I put power poles from the plug to the ring adapter. So
Hmm.
I can use it both at home and when I go out in the field.
Very cool.
What size a crimping loop sleeves for soda beam wires? I don't know. What
Oh, he wants
size?
to know about the ferrules I was talking about earlier. Let me bring that up here real quick, and I'll tell you exactly.
Yep,
I got it
yep.
ordered up.
So as soon as you share,
Uh,
I'll show that.
I just bought these a couple weeks ago. There
So
it
I
is.
so while you're doing that, I did go back and I'm started using my Surface again, and I found a cool charging cable for it. So wait to my next video and I will show it. So what Frank is saying, he voided his warranty. I did not void the warranty on the computer, the power cord, but not the computer. Woot! Oh, I transitioned too early.
Oh,
Boom. Need to buy a i7 for Mars work. Ooh, that might be cool.
okay. I found the link,
Hmm.
and I'm going to drop it into the chat. I actually got it on Amazon, so there's that. But all right. Want me to share
Hey,
my?
yeah, go ahead, go ahead. Smoking Ape, welcome to the stream. Love to see you. If you have a question, please ask. And
So
that scares me.
these are the ferrules that I bought, and with that little crimper that Mike had on his video, these work just fine. You get a pack of 100 for $5. I have the actual ones from Ferrell's Direct as well that are just a micrometer smaller, and you get like 1,000 of those, like $10. But these work just as fine, and they're on Prime. $6. You got plenty of them to make all the antennas you want.
Hmm.
And they work just fine with that. Because I asked Mike about it when he was doing his. He had to really pinch down that wire and kind of wet it a little bit just to lubricate to stick it through the damn ferrule. And that just seems like a pain in the butt to me. If I'm out in the field trying to do that, I'd have burned the whole place to the ground. So this was a lot easier solution than
So
that.
what is this? I haven't watched this video.
All right. So
I'm sorry, Mike.
when you're making a loop, when you're making a loop for your antenna, you want to kind of bend the soda beams wire. You want to bend it around and drop that little ferrule in. And you crimp it down so the loop of wire actually makes a little loop you can put onto your S spinner to extend it out. And then the other open end of the wire you put onto your banana clips
Hmm.
to make your different band
Hmm.
lengths.
Hmm. Hmm.
So this just makes that a little bit easier to do and kind of makes your antenna modular. So
Hmm.
it's kind of
Hmm.
cool.
Yeah, and it's a pack of 100 for six
Pack of
dollars.
100, yeah, for $6. I'm gonna stop sharing here so your screen doesn't go nuts.
Boom, transitioned.
There we go. All right.
Perfect.
Communication is the key.
Don, good leads on inspected copper wire. Yes, any old building that doesn't seem to have anyone in it has tons of copper wire. Go and get that, and I don't think they charge. Just make sure the power's out.
Yeah.
That's all I got. I buy mine from Home Depot. I actually will need to buy a lot of copper wire because of grounding. Because with my house, I said this before, my antenna shack is on the wrong side of the house for where the power comes in. So my
Mhm.
house ground, which is another thing I need to do, have a grounding rod rammed through the for the house ground because there's not one right there. I need to run it all the way around the house, so I do the bond the two grounds together, and it's going to require 20 or 30, maybe 40 feet of copper cable to run it all the way around the house.
Yeah, I caught a lot of grief on my grounding radio or my grounding my shack video I did on my channel about a year ago. And
Hmm.
of course, all the electrical code police came out and told me how I was an idiot and how I did it wrong and I'm violating some rule. And like, Well, they want to show up and give me a ticket and fine. Until then, it works. I'm not gonna mess with it.
Mhm.
And I haven't had any problems yet. But keep in mind, I have all my radios hooked up in my shack. When there's even the hint of a storm coming, I unplug everything. All the antenna coax gets unplugged. Everything is unplugged from the wall.
Mhm.
Everything's completely dead. If I need to use my radio, I'll plug it into one of my batteries.
Mhm. Mhm.
But you can't please everybody.
So I'm going to with RF Field Tech's help.
Yeah,
We are going to run a copper cable around my house, and
there you go.
every 8 to 10 feet do a grounding rod for an 8 foot grounding rod. So this will is the best and most commonly agreed points on grounding I've found. You need to connect the two grounds together. You need to connect them outside, and every so often that's longer than the length of your grounding rods, run another grounding rod. So that's how you're going to do it. That's how I'm going to do it. And do not, for the love of God, run that grounding connection through your house. If lightning strikes, that thing's going to be energized and spark. You want that outside, not through your attic, but outside.
And I probably would have done it that way, except that all right. So I've got a grounding rod right outside my shack window. I got another one inside the fence at the corner of my house, and then right around the corner from that, about 10 feet away, is the actual ground rod for the breaker box for my house.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is, there's a sidewalk there. So
Mm.
unless somebody digging a channel underneath it and running a wire mysteriously under there, there's no way I'm going to get that thing connected.
There's like water hose things, jet things that you can help run
Oh, I'm sure
wire.
there is. I just it's not that important to me.
I like
Seriously.
this from Pat, quoted by example. Why did you choose the name Tank Radio? I like that question. So in college, I don't know why I got the name Frank the Tank. I'm not going to go into explanation why there, but I got the nickname Frank the Tank, and I just like and use tank everywhere for as a moniker for myself for a long time. And when I decided to do ham radio, I was just trying to figure out cool channel names, and Tank Radio was just on my list, and it was the best one. So I just slammed my nickname together through college to and put radio on there, Tank Radio, and it fits my personality so well, don't you think? I'm larger than life, happy, joyful, Tank Radio, yeah. I did steal some stuff for the intro from Temporary Offline. Sorry, Steve. When you point to your hat, I'd love it so much. I do that too. Um, but that's where Tank Radio came from. Do, do, do. Reading is hard. What else do we have here? Oh, today, while more questions come through the chat here, I went out and did a POTA. I recorded my next video, which is probably going to be dropping Monday, and I really need to start editing it. It's going to be my latest POTA pack update, what's new in my POTA pack, and going over my items in the POTA pack. And I was going to do an activation also, but for some reason, when I was receiving, the receiving sounded like this is K, but and calling see Poda see, and I think there was a short in the antenna. I don't know what could be causing it, but I replaced the coax cable. I replaced the adapters. I checked filters on the radio, make sure they were set. I dropped the volume gain or output volume gain. Maybe the speaker was cutting out, and that wasn't the case. So I guess my Potent Pack needs a second antenna because I went home sad. I did not get the park activated. I filmed the video. I filmed the setup. I went through everything and everything new, but I think it was just kind of like the last thing is doing the POTA activation, which it won't get done. Um, so what do you think could cause that? If your radio's cutting out like every other word, um, just receiving. I wasn't trying to transmit or anything. I was just trying to listen. around and thumb around and find out where the if the bands were good or not. Um, and it was just like dropping every other word. It was weird.
Oh, don't get me lying. I have no idea. That goes a little bit beyond what my understanding of radio
Hmm.
so far.
Well, my 2 cents. I thought it in the end. The only thing I didn't replace was the radio or the antenna because
Hmm.
I don't have another radio with me when I'm in POTA, and I only have one antenna right now. I have antennas Jason antenna, which I need to tune and cut, and I'm probably going to do that for 10, 17, and 20 with different banana clips. I like that idea,
Hmm.
but I can't cut it for 20, then go back and retune it. For the other bands, you got to do it the small one first, and then work your way out. Don says, "Well, with all the rain we had, the grounding rods would go in so much easier. He did 4 feet grounding rods and gutters, very easy. You are correct. It's been raining a lot. I love it. Time I get to it though, it's probably going to be a little dry. We'll see. I do need to get a electrician out first and foremost, order the parts, electrician, to give me a ground rod for the house. That's going to be money.
They're $20 at Lowe's.
Yeah, but he needs to wire it into the electrical panel. And I'm scared of that, and I'm not going to do it by myself.
There's nothing to wire it into. There's a clamp that you grab some wire, you put it between that, and you screw it down. And
I could do that part, but it needs to go into the electrical circuit breaker box, and I'm
your
not
circuit breaker box should already have one.
It's probably going to a copper somewhere. I don't know. It's not a ground rod outside.
I didn't think there was either on mine until I pulled away all the leaves that were bunched up against my house, and there was one sitting there. So you might want to just have a secondary look, just kind of maybe kick around a little bit. You might
dig
find
into it.
Yeah, mine was right there, and I can patch right into it. I just haven't, like I said, the issue is I have a sidewalk in my backyard that goes up the length of my house to the patio, and to get underneath all that is just right now it's a monstrous pain in the rear to run the wire that way. I guess I could have it there and have it exposed, but I just think that looks just look crappy. I don't want to see it.
There's ways and techniques of getting underneath.
Yeah,
the sidewalk.
I just gotta get to it.
Wild blah blah blah. Hog Wild Ham says, "Sorry he's late. He just ordered a bunch of MMP cables. Thanks for your help, Frank. I have a great videos from Messi himself is going over the cables and how to use them from it was not Huntsville, it was Dayton's Handfest, and I did a video when I got the magic box of cables here. I went through the cable box and I told you what use application I did on them. I think that was very helpful information. Why I got the cable I got and what's the use case for it. And there's, I think, a couple more videos. Mike was on the channel going over cables and how to select cables and everything. So Missing Polony is very, very good cables. I'm not just saying that because there's a box there. I'm saying that because I truly believe that. Oh, Plasma, thank you for joining. We got about 12 minutes left. We got a linked dipole available on the site. Ooh, that might be fun. Dipoles, though, are annoying to set up at a POTA. I want to throw one wire in a tree. Or put one... I like what Mike does. The lazy man's antenna. Or a lazy man's boom antenna. He puts the antenna up, extends his the boom rod or the antenna mast, then shoves it in a tree.
Hey,
so much win on that.
Air. Whatever gets you on the air playing radio the fastest, go with that.
I love it. Just lean in a tree. I think he actually did get that from the Lord of Lord Callum himself. Just throw the mast in a tree. Ultra Flex 10. Very good cable. Very good cable. Yep, I found the word mast. Thank you, Mike. Or thank you, Matt.
Yeah, I have yet to buy some Messi and Polony coax, but I plan on doing it sometime this early next year. I've been using the ABR stuff because ABR is literally 15 miles north of my house. I can call them up at 10 o'clock and go pick it up at noon. They've got it made wherever I want.
Hogwile says, I appreciate the direct talk to me through Discord. It helps. He's talking about Tuesday and sometimes Thursday nights. You'll be able to find me on the Ham Radio 2.0 Discord. There should be a link in the chat. And there is, I'm not sharing Discord because there's too many stuff on there. There is a chat in the voice chats called Tankers. Guess which chat channel I'm be in? It's called Tankers. When I'm editing videos or just going and just got time to hang out, I'll be there, and I don't mind talking about anything. Usually, I'm just answering questions, or if I'm editing a video, I'm sharing my screen. And if you're trying to get into video editing, I'll try to help out the best I can by use DaVinci Resolve. Don says Jace and Ken used dipoles in both their activations we did together. He's right. There's Jace and Ken. Jess, why am I saying that wrong? Jess and Ken. I'm so sorry, Jess. You're amazing. They do use dipoles. I just find them challenging because you got to, not challenging, annoying. You got to throw them, put them up in the tree, and then run both ends. So I need three things of cordage to put up in a tree or anchor somewhere, and it's more things for people to run into. Because if you POTA in a park, I don't care how much flagging tape, I don't care what the wire looks like, I don't care if you holler at people, I don't care if you tell the person as they walk by there's a wire, they are gonna walk into that wire. More wires around, they're gonna walk into it. It happens. But yes, dipoles are great. POTA antennas, I just prefer a end-fed antenna. We're coming up on 8 minutes. Woo! We're getting through this. This is amazing. I had fun. Did you have fun? You're muted. You muted yourself.
Ah.
I didn't do it this time.
Yeah, that was my fault. Stupid mixing board. No, I think we did pretty good, man. You know, for not having a topic, we kept it alive. You know, I mean, people's like general chat sometimes. What's wrong with that?
So
Got a
if
chance to questions.
Yep. This is the last chance to ask any questions. Once we hit the 5 minute mark, I'll start my post amble. Did you throw your channel out there?
No, this is for Jason's stream coming up next at 7 o'clock.
Oh, let's go ahead and pin that. You know, if I was a good YouTuber and friend, I will go ahead and set the automatic redirect. Oh no, I couldn't.
Well, see, as your co-host, it's kind of my job to make sure the stuff's all prepped up and ready to roll for you. So I did the research, got the URL, and
Yeah,
we're ready to go.
I think I just broke my chat pop up now.
Oh no.
Can I clear? Oh, it's still working. I was trying to get that link and do the redirect. It will happen next time, I promise. What is Jason talking about?
Tonight I think it's something about some new radio he's got coming out or something.
He's doing.
Oh, the Jaegu 6100 firmware update.
Cool. I need to learn that because there is a G90 firmware update. I keep hearing that they improved a lot of things, and I need to go in there and update my software. So I am. When it comes to reflashing and doing firmware upgrades, I am scared out of my mind.
You and me both. I know there's a firmware update for the 705. I won't do it. I'm afraid I'll fry something, and at $1,350, I'm not the one.
Because I'm so used to back in the day. There it is. The redirect is now set. Back in the day, when doing firmware updates, it will just tank. I seen computers, $1,000 computers, just tank because you're upgrading the firmware on the BIOS, and it crashed.
I am more confident upgrading a BIOS on one of my motherboards for my desktop. And I just did the other day because apparently some new thing happened. Before you had to do all kinds of crazy stuff, make a bootable disk and this and that. Now you just download the software and the computer already has software built into it. You just hit the button and it just does it. I'm a lot less apprehensive about doing the update on a BIOS on a computer than I am about updating anything on one of my radios.
Thank you, Don.
I'm just too scared of it.
Hey, it does still work, but Don's putting your channel out there. I need to put that inside the description. I will get there. I get that after we're done. But thank you for joining. Let's go ahead and kind of wrap this up.
Okay.
Scott, where can people find you? What do you got going on? And tell us about that magical cooking channel you have.
Yeah, well, the cooking channel is The Fear of Cooking, or you can go to nofearofcooking.com, which is the website that accompanies the channel. I got another video coming out this week for that. Some cool stuff there. My regular channel for ham radio is Ham Radio for Non-Techies. Again, there's a website, hamradiofornontechies.com. And you can find me there. And I'm actually getting ready to come to a pinnacle point in my channel. I'm about to hit 10,000 subscribers,
What?
and I'm really excited about it. It's going to happen in the next couple of weeks. And what I want to do is I'd like to maybe possibly have you guys come down. It means you have to leave your little lair in Dallas and come down for a big barbecue and have like a live stream barbecue for my 10,000 subscribers, and just have a big party while we do a live stream.
When you're predicting to do that?
Whenever I hit 10,000 subscribers, somewhere around that area.
I will be there.
Your guess is as good as mine.
I will bring the whiskey, even though I know you have awesome whiskey. But we will totally do that. I can't wait.
That'd be cool. Just get as many people down as that can come out. I mean, I can accommodate 50 people here. So, if you have a big party, great. If you have a small party, great. I don't care either way.
Here's one last question. It was interesting. Have you tried the Opa phone antenna? Is someone trying to pull my leg here? Is this a thing? I have not tried it, but I will research it. Opa, Opta.
Otophone?
Otophone. Woof. Oh, it's a woof wearer coil antenna. Here we go. It's on the screen now. Maybe I can zoom in and nope, that's not helping.
No radials, huh?
No radials. A lot of people will like that.
I like that. Less crap I got on the ground at a park, the better.
Yeah.
Interesting.
No, I haven't. It's on my radar. We'll see when I get to it, unfortunately. Thank you for coming on. Thank you, as always, for co-hosting with me. I appreciate it immensely.
Oh, thanks for having me on, man. I appreciate it.
And we're going to have some great stuff coming up later. I'm hinting about buying things. We're going to spend Frank's money next stream. So definitely join that and you'll watch me cry. That is it. So let me go over the post ramble. I am, if I find the right transition, Take Radio. I said that a little softly because I didn't drop my volume. Thank you for joining. I appreciate every one of y'all. Patreon support is appreciated. Thank you to everyone who dropped me a super chat. Really, really, really do appreciate that. And coins still on sale if you want that magical number. 69. I don't know why it's so special. Go ahead and get your coin order and maybe you're going to be the lucky one to get it. I will pay attention to order numbers, so whoever gets, as they come in, they're going to go out correctly. And watch my Twitter account for updates. I might have at least one cool merch coming down. I can't wait to get it there. It's perfectly timed. And I know Don's going to ask, is it boonie hats? Not yet. First quarter, probably. We'll see. But until next time, y'all. Go forth and conquer. You can help support the channel by Patreon or YouTube memberships. Links in the description below. And a thank you to all my supporters. Go forth and conquer.